There's less of you guys out here, man. Only the true come out for the cold, man. Huh?
That's not because it's cold.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe. Oh, Christmas? I'm telling you. I hate. I mean, I love Christmas. I do. That's my favorite time of the year. But I hate holidays during the season. I hate them. They don't even exist. Anyway, go ahead. No, I'm not screwed. This is my season now. No. I'll pretend like I'm interested Saturday morning for a little bit.
You and Philly both have to deal with the Christmas break, but you got a couple extra days head start on them because of their Thursday game. Any advantage for you, or is there just so much turnover with COVID?
You know what? Is it an advantage? I mean, you might look at the rest and all that stuff like that, but like so many, everybody in this league gets used to adjusting all the time. So, it's really that adapt or die philosophy. So, I mean, guys figure out a way. We got Sunday games to Thursday games, Monday night to Saturday or Sunday games sometimes. I mean, guys figure it out. They figure it out and get their bodies in the right way and in right shape. And I know the coaches, they'll probably take care of those guys. So they'll be ready to go. I mean, the thing is, you got a division game. It's the excitement of Christmas. We won the last time. I would expect that. I mean, they're not going to have any problem getting ready to go. And again, does it matter? The only thing that matters on Sunday is execution. Who can execute? Like whether we execute better on Sunday or they execute better. That's all it's going to come down to.
And there's also, I mean, with all the COVID going on, they might be calling up guys from the practice squad last minute.
Hey, man, listen. I told you last week. Dallas didn't care if we had COVID issues. I don't care. I mean, I hope everybody's safe, but hey,
every maybe see a guy you haven't seen before.
No, I mean, but we got to do our research on them. There's enough tape out there on most of the people. I mean, the thing is with the COVID thing, you pray for the families that are suffering from that stuff because it's a serious issue, and fortunately, I'm able to go about my business and do my job during this time. There's a lot of people, especially this time of year, it's unfortunate where, they might have lost their jobs because of COVID-related stuff. And, it's not, I mean to laugh about it because it's definitely not a laughing matter. And, my heart goes out to those folks and just hope everybody's safe. But, in terms of this football thing, there's plenty of football players out there that want to play on Sunday. So whatever roster, whatever team it is, they'll figure it out.
How do you feel about your cornerback position, given this week compared to last week, maybe?
I thought last week, you take all things into consideration. The guys played pretty well. I mean, again, not well enough to win. We didn't win the game, so but it's not on them. That's on all of us. But I thought, Jay Will stepped in there and competed. I think he showed his physicality out there. That's something that we liked about him. And then heading into this week, I just think we have a good group of guys. And I know we might not have our full arsenal of guys right now, but, Joe will talk about the injury stuff and whatever it is, COVID and all that. But I just think in general, like, Jerome does a good job working with those guys. And I feel good on any given Sunday going out there for the matchup. This is a tough matchup with Philly. They got a lot of skilled guys. They're very skilled. Their offensive skill is a problem, including the backs. The tight end, I think Goddard's playing at a high level. The receivers, Smith is just one of the toughest. I mean, to see a rookie, he's got the robo arm on. He hurts his ankle, comes in the next series on Tuesday night. I mean, I couldn't be more impressed with this guy. He's a good football player. And then, the emotions he shows in terms of, wanting the ball at the end of the game, the last game, I think that's a good sign for a guy, player. I mean, I got a lot of respect for that guy. And his toughness. And then all those receivers, again, talking about their skill group, they all block. They block you. They come in there, they crack backers, they crack the safeties. They got a good group of guys. They're doing a good job down there.
Pat, what did you see out of Jaylon Smith last week, and considering the 10 minutes he was here before?
You saw the pace in which he played, sound like one of the soccer coaches when they talk about pace instead of fast. I'm not trying to sound all smart or whatever, but the pace, that's what came up. Like, I remember one time last week when he came off the edge blitzing, you just saw the pace and how he did it. I was impressed by that. And then just the conversations you have with him. He knows football, so that's a positive there. So, he's been on good teams, been around good coaches, so it's been really good to have him right now. And he's trying to improve, trying to learn the system, but you saw the pace out there, the physicality. He had a good play when he scraped over the top on a stretch run. Just natural linebacker instincts. stuff that he could just do naturally.
Did his role expand Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, like, whenever you play well, your role expands. And the more he knows about the system and the scheme, which, you give it another week, the more possibility for him to play more, yeah.
Yeah, just one more on him. I know you haven't obviously have been around him for just a few days now, but what happens with a guy what's your assessment? He's only 26 years old. Obviously, he was a high draft pick and played at a high level, and then he's been, he's on his third team this year. What's the genesis of that in your eyes?
I mean, I think, I can't speak for Dallas and why they let him go, or Green Bay. I just know, sometimes it has to be a good fit. Sometimes it has to be a good fit. And, right, last week it was a good fit, and we'll see how it plays out this week. But sometimes it just has to be a good fit, what they're trying to do. I like his skill set. It fits with what we do defensively. So, I mean, I can only speak from on my perspective, but, and plus facing you, the wind's coming this way, so I got to go take some questions over here.
Pat, in a division game, when you have the first game, you have a matchup that really works for you, which seemed like JB did against Smith. How do you balance going right back to that as opposed to changing something up?
It's the chess match, and, you look at that game, I think JB started off opposite him, or we might have been boundary. I can't remember exactly. Well, I can't remember. I'm just not saying it. But, it's just the chess match you play sometimes, so we got to see, because, the emergence of Goddard, it might be like how we did with Kelsey. You never know. We might say, hey, put him over there. So we got to play that game within the game. And then the thing comes down to on Sunday, we're going to have to adjust. So if we start getting JB's one of our better players, we have to adjust it. But, I can't speak on it right now per se, but, we'll play around with it a little bit.
We'll take 3 more. What is your process for creating a successful game plan? I think when you guys win and succeed, a lot of it is due to what you do defensively, taking stuff away. So do you have aha moments during the week, or is there night before stuff that you install last minute that works on Sunday, or what is your process like?
I learned a long time ago from, it's funny, this is going to tie right in together with the Eagles. From Coach Belichick, you just keep working to the last minute. People talk about the hay in the barn and all that stuff, saying I got right. But the hay in the barn stuff, but to me, you just keep working, trying to find a way. Watch the tape, keep grinding through the tape. It's not about being unprepared earlier in the week. It's just you keep just diving into the tape. So for me, I'm constantly just keep looking at it, like even the night before. So, some stuff over my career as a coordinator, some stuff's come the night before, some stuff's come the morning of. But I learned that when I was at New England. I could say that honestly. Before that, I don't know if the last minute adjustments, if I did a lot of that until we got to New England. I remember one time for Philly, we were playing Philly, and we came out of warm-ups and changed the call we never ran before, and we played in the game first series. Stuff like that. So, I grew up learning that stuff. So, so definitely, I'll take it down to the last, as long as you prepare the guys to be able to handle that stuff, and I think you got to have, you got to look ahead early on in the process. Are they ready? Are they adapting? Are they really following that adapt or die model that we talk about? Can they handle adjustments like that? But we got to teach them that during the spring training camp, but we'll take it down to the wire for an adjustment.
How much of that is collaborative between you and Joe through the week, or is it more like at the beginning of the week there's a conceptual conversation about the game, and then you dive in and now defense?
We always collaborate. To me, again, any game plan we come up with, especially the good ones, is usually ideas from Joe or the other coaches. It's just me, I'm just as the coordinator just facilitating the thing, but, it's always collaborative, and just, Joe has his input as the head coach on the defense, then working with other coaches. I'm lucky. I got coaches that know their stuff, they're able to help. They're familiar with me and my personality in terms of my process throughout the week and how I'm not afraid to go to the last minute with it in terms of bringing up some new stuff. So, once you work with guys this is our second year, they become more and more comfortable. So they're not afraid to throw an idea out there on a Friday and say, Pat, I think it might help. I'm like, hey, let's do it. But that's how it goes normally.
The way that team is, do you just accept they're going to get 175, 200 yards on the ground?
I'm an old D-line coach. No, it never feels good. It never feels good. No matter the win feels good. All right, I'm like, When we win, I'm happy for about 5 minutes and think about the next opponent. But, you know, no, it never feels, no, I don't want to concede that, no, in any way, shape, or form. Absolutely not. Now, I want the win more than anything. And if they can run for 400 yards and we win, I'll smile probably about for a few minutes, then I'll be upset for the rest of the day. But, you know, no, I don't want to concede that. But they got good players. We got to do a better job this week. We got to do a better job this week. We got to limit the effectiveness. We got to finish on tackles. We got to get off blocks better. We got to make sure we're lined up in position better on some of the plays. But, yeah, I mean, they got a lot. They got a lot they do. I mean, it's probably simpler for them, but the presentation creates a lot of problems for defenses. So we got a real challenge ahead of us.